Let's bring in Linda Hazenfratz. She's Linamar Corporate Executive Chair. Linamar is Canada's second largest producer of car parts. Nice to have you here. Well, you said those things, so I guess the follow-up would simply be, why do you believe that will be the case?
Yeah, well, when you look at a car, a highly engineered product like a vehicle, the products that go into it take months and months to tool up, buy the equipment, test and validate before they can be put into a vehicle. So it's simply not something you can turn on and off a switch and decide, I'm going to buy this clutch module in the U.S. instead of Canada or Mexico. So what that means is our customers, the automakers, are going to be forced to pay these tariffs for an extended period of time. It could be 12 or 18 months before they'd be able to resource, and billions of dollars of cost to make it happen when you consider how integrated the automotive industry is across our three countries, given the decades of free trade that we have built this industry on. So unfortunately, it's going to mean an enormous amount of cost being added to the cost to make a vehicle, and our customers are going to be forced to decide, can they absorb it, which I think the answer is no. Certainly the supply base can't absorb it. They can try and pass it on to their customers, the consumers, but I suspect there will be pushback from there and demand will cease. And hence my prediction that we're going to see automotive production grind to a halt just as soon as inventories run out, which won't take long. Matter of what? I'm sorry, I cut you off then. You were about to tell me. How long is it till inventories would run out? Well, it depends on the vehicle platform, obviously, and how much inventory they have in-house of various supplied components. But you can't build a car unless you have all the parts. So it's going to be whatever they're shortest in supply of. That's going to be the time frame. It could be a week. It could be 2 weeks. It depends on the level of inventory. But the industry tends to run on low levels of inventory. So I imagine it'll be quite soon.
What's this going to mean for your company? And I ask that with the information being as well that I think very recently you announced the plan to put as much as $1 billion in additional spending towards your operations in Canada, adding jobs, potentially more components. That wouldn't seem to be the kind of investment you'd want to make in this environment, Linda.
Yeah, I mean, when we make decisions around manufacturing footprint, we make them on long-term fundamental topics. So looking at costs, obviously, labor, ability, skills, talent, availability in a region. These are the important long-term fundamentals that you make a decision on. You can't make a manufacturing footprint decision on something as short-term as a tariff, which, as we can see, can be imposed tomorrow and removed 2 days later. That's not how you make good manufacturing footprint decisions. That's not how you run a business on something that can be changed on a whim. You have to make it on long-term fundamentals. And we have great long-term fundamentals here. We have our deepest talent base in the world, likely because we started here and we have the deepest talent pool. We have our most productive facilities, probably for the same reason, because we've have that deep talent pool. We've got one of the cleanest energy grids in the world. We've got great access to suppliers.
It makes the point, doesn't it, Linda? If you're thinking long term, then, I mean, I think the current administration, the president would argue, yeah, there may be some pain in the short term, but ultimately, longer term, we'll get past this. You seem to be indicating the same, despite your prognostications for obviously a significant decrease in demand in the short term.
I think that the short-term nature of tariffs is that they can't be left in place for an extended period of time because of the negative impact. I mean, we can't not make vehicles in North America for very long. That has a huge impact in terms of layoffs of people across the continent, the majority of which would be in the United States. The majority of automotive workers and parts workers are in the U.S., so American workers get hurt the most. And I think that's not a good thing for America. So, we need to work through this and get back to the trade situation we have. We have one of the most balanced trade portfolios in the world between the U.S. and Canada. It's like 85% efficient. There's a significant amount of product shipping from the U.S. to Canada, more so, in fact, than what ships from Canada to the U.S. And a very, the second highest balance of trade between the U.S. and Mexico. So let's get back to that. I mean, when do you ever make something stronger by breaking the links in a chain? Like, let's collaborate more and figure out how we can get more of a global pie. Last time I checked, only 20% of global automotive production and sales were in North America. 80% is outside of it. Why don't we go for that market instead of trying to destroy something that we have here in North America that's working exceptionally well?